Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story, alright? So, I like to play poker a lot, right? Man knows this, I do a lot of stuff with cards. And, but they don't always let me deal, right? Because I'm a magician. So I'm gonna tell you a story about one time I had some experience like this. So a little while ago, I used to live in Las Vegas, right? I was at a casino, and I ran into these two redheads, right? Okay. A little while later, I was hanging out with them, and then I ran into these two brunettes, and they're pretty hot. They said, "Oh, what's your name?" Because I was in Las Vegas, I was using a fake name. I said my name was Jay. I spell it with a J. I said, "Oh, what are you doing tonight?" They said, "Oh, we're headed to down to this club. It looks pretty fun. It's on 673 King Street." I said, "Oh, that sounds cool. Is it a cool place?" And they're like, "Oh, of course." Does it have a cover charge? I'm like, "Yeah, it's $25. I said, $25? That sounds pretty reasonable. And all of a sudden, I get a call from my friend who says, "Jay, what's going on, man?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was down to this casino. I met up with these four hot chicks. We're headed down to this club on 700 and something King Street." And the lady said, No. It's 673 King Street." And I said, "Oh, my bad." I tell my friend, "Oh, it's 673 King Street." And he's like, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Is there a cover charge?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's $25. And I was like, "Oh, I don't have enough money. I only have $10. I'm like, "You're lying to me, man." He's like, "You're right. I actually have $40. He said, "Yeah, you're right, but can you lend me some money?" And I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Jay, you're a great guy." I said, "Oh, well, thank you." So later on, we're at the casino, right? I'm dealing cards around. This is one of the reasons they don't let me deal. I was talking to this one guy, and he's like, "What do you want to win? Or what do you want?" And I'm like, "Well, I would like a full house with 2 4s and 3 8s. So I dealt him a full house with 2 4s and 3 8s. He's like, what do you want?" I was like, "I would like a better hand than him." And I'm like, "All right, sounds legit. I will deal you 4 9s. Okay? And the last guy said, "I would like to beat both of their hands." And he said, "All right, I will deal you an 8 and 4 aces." It's like, that beats their hand top notch. And he said, and so this guy goes to grab the pot, and I say, "Wait a second, what are you doing?" And he says, "Jay, what do you think you're doing?" And at this point, I say, "Well, you know, I am a nice guy. I'm not going to take your money, but I don't like to lose either." Which is why I dealt myself a royal, or a straight flush.
Oh!